Did you fuck up your tie-in ponytails at your last fest? Well, don't sweat it. I'm going to show you how to fix them right now. If you're like me, you added a ton of braid cuffs and jewelry, so we're going to start by taking them all out. I have a couple pieces braided in, but we're not going to worry about those yet. Next, you'll want to grab a pair of scissors so you can cut all the rubber bands. If you did not add any additional braids to your tie-in, you can skip this step. You'll be tempted to want to start taking the braids out, but just focus on cutting the rubber bands. Now I'm going to untangle the ends of the braids I added to my tie-in. I'm not detangling the entire tie-in ponytail yet, I'm just taking down the braids. You should be able to easily take out any knots on the additional braids you added by combing the ends. If a knot is too big for you to get out, I suggest cutting it out. If you didn't add any additional braids to your tie-in, you can skip this step. If you braided in any jewelry into your tie-in, let it fall out as you undo the braids. Don't be alarmed because this is how your ponytail should be looking. It's been through hell, but we're about to bring her back. At this point, you might think it's time to detangle. Well, you're wrong. Depending on how your tie-in is built, it will be secured by a rubber band or secured by hair. Mine was secured by a rubber band. I'm going to start by separating each banded strand, taking off the old rubber band, and putting a brand new rubber band on the strand. I also want to secure my strand with an extra piece of hair. If you don't want to do that, you can skip this next step. Repeat the same process for the rest of the banded strands. Now your ponytail should look something like this. You're going to have some flyaways at the end, so you just want to cut those off. Next, it's time to wash our ponytail. Use a nickel-sized amount of Dawn dish soap and a little pour of vinegar. You can use apple cider vinegar if you want to. Add boiling water to the soap and vinegar and mix it together. If you're thinking, ooh, I'll use shampoo, stop, because no, you won't. Next, take your ponytail and dip it end first. Submerge the ponytail completely, all at the same time of dipping it in and out or kind of swishing it. Be very careful because this process gets very hot. The vinegar is used to strip away the alkaline coating that the factory put on in the making of this hair, as well as any other debris, while the soap is used to, you guessed it, clean it. As you're dipping it in and out of the water, take your comb and kind of push the hair down. Do not brush it, just kind of push the hair down. Continue dipping the hair in and out about 10 to 15 times. Dump out the water, rinse the vinegar and soap out of your ponytail, and come back with a cool, fresh pot of water. Now it's time to wash the ponytail and hair tie. Get some Dawn dish soap in your hand and wash the ponytail holder as well as the hair on the ponytail. When you're washing your ponytail, do not mash it together. You want to kind of wash it by squeegeeing the hair downward. Wash your ponytail like you're washing a delicate pair of tights. Once you've finished, rinse it with cool water, wring it out, and now it's time to hang it up to dry. I prefer to hang mine outside because it's summer. At this point, this is what your ponytail should be looking like. This is what happens when you only dip it in hot water. It looks like a rat sucked on it. We're not done. Okay, so she's dry. She's ready for her final zhuzhing up. If you've made it this far, I'm very proud of you, and so is your tie-in ponytails. The next step is detangling. I like to use a paddle brush for this. Always start at the ends. Then we're going to take our synthetic wig conditioning spray and our flat iron at a heat of 250 or 255, and we're going to start straightening our hair. If you're too afraid that you're going to burn your hair, buck up. I told you the temperature and what to do. For a sleeker press, I like to split it in half instead of flat ironing the whole section. At this point, the hair is still going to be a little damp, so we're going to blow dry it. Make sure not to get the blow dryer too close to the hair. You do not want to melt the hair. And if you made it this far, you survived. You did it. And this is my fully revived Half Sweet Studios tie-in ponytail. It looks just as it did when I took her out of the package. And this is before, after 4 days of festival camping, manipulation, braiding it into my hair, sweating. I even slept on it a couple of days, like, oof. Stop throwing away your tie-ins and start revitalizing them.